Hey, KG here. Got permission to do an old homestead. I'm thinking turn of the century stuff here. No modern day stuff. I'm gonna head up there. Supposedly there's no building, but there's a couple foundations. We'll get out there, hit it hard, and see what kind of nectar we can pluck from Mother Earth. Stay tuned. Had a real good coin hit here. I dug down and now I'm gonna see if I can locate the nectar. Helps when you turn your pinpointer on. Look at that! I think that's a coin right there. Don't that look like the edge of roundness? Look at that. Oh, that's gotta be a coin, huh? That's gotta be a coin. Look at that! It's a Chinese coin! Phenomenal! I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that's a Chinese coin for sure. I'm in the middle of Kansas. I guess southeastern Kansas. And I just dug up a Chinese coin. Ha! That is awesome. Very cool find. Man, you never know. The nectar lies below. All we have to do is pluck it. Hey everybody, I got a cool tip here for some of you guys that haven't detected all that long. But check out behind me, giant old trees. There was an old foundation here, a couple of outbuildings, they're gone now. There's just a couple of rock foundations left. But giant old trees like the ones behind me are magnets. Just think, you know, in the 1800s, early 1900s, they didn't have air conditioning, so they would go over and they'd lay under the shade of the tree. Kids would go out and play by the tree. It's a perfect spot to search when you're out metal detecting. A couple more places, you know, these trees are still standing, but the really old places, the trees are actually gone now. But if there's like a depression in the ground, you look for old depressions in the ground, a lot of times, you know, then were outhouses or giant old trees that are long gone and rotted away and just left a nice depression in the ground. Now that's a pretty good tip right there. I'm going to try to go through and give you some chips. Not chips, tips. I'm going to go through and try to give you some tips as I go so that I don't bore you to death. So we'll have finds, we'll have tips, and we'll have awesomeness. So stay tuned. Pretty darn good hit here. Oh, I see something in there. Look at that. Look at that. It's like an intricate piece of brass or something. Look at that. That is cool. Man, that sounded good too. Probably some brass, maybe off of a dresser. Something like that. That's awesome. Yeah, it looked like it probably bolted up to a dresser or some kind of old furniture. Ha! Ah, they don't make stuff like this anymore, do they? Alright, clean her up, get back to digging. If you can find the path from the house to the old well where they got their water, I mean, you check that path really good. I'm thinking the house sat right over there, so the path is probably between there and here. You work it really, really slow, go slow and methodically, and you should find yourself some awesome stuff, like coins and jewelry. Who knows, you could find a gold coin anytime. Out, and it sounds so good, I'll be real surprised if it ain't a silver coin. But I didn't even want to break the ground before I started filming. That's how good it sounds. Now let's see what it is. Crappy old lid. Made out of aluminum. Sounded like maybe a quarter or something. But you know what? You gotta dig the nose to get the yeses. Okay, everybody, check this out. Behind me, you can see an old foundation. I'm sure it's not the house foundation. I'm thinking it's where a garage was or something, maybe a little more modern, maybe turn of the century, early 20s. But it's really, really junky. I mean, it's so trashy that it almost drives you crazy. So what I do is I put my little tiny coil on. The smaller the better. You don't get as much depth out of it, but you can actually separate better. So I'll put my small coil on, and I'll go through this area really slow. I'll actually swing my detector super slow and try to separate all the iron objects like nails and, and rusty pieces of rooftop and stuff like that. Go slow, swing your coil slow, and you'll start hearing them high pitches, and dig them high pitches, and you will be rewarded with awesomeness. Check this out. I got a coin. My mouth's froze. I got a coin in the clump. Right there. I can get my camera to focus. Haha! Right there. Got a coin. Right there. Haha! Indian head penny. Excellent. So muddy. Everything's so muddy here. Let's see. See if we can see a date on it. Woo! 1905. Check that out. I don't know if you can see it very well. 1905 Indian head penny. Ha ha! KG here, just dug a really good signal here. It's in the clump. What? Look at that! Some kind of a badge or something. Look at that. Awesome! That could be really good. Look at that. And I'll have to clean that all up. J.F. Adams something. I'll clean that up and research it. L.A. Harp something, La Harp? Probably La Harp, Kansas. J.F. Adams something, La Harp, Kansas. Yeah, that is a great find. That's why I love doing what I do. I'm out here all by myself in the middle of nowhere in a field in Kansas digging up nectar. It doesn't get any better than that. Just had a pretty good hit in this hole right here. I dug down, the pinpointer picked up something right there. I grabbed the camera. Huh, I wonder what that thing is. Looks like wood. Oh, look at this. Yeah, look at this. This is pretty cool, I think. I'm thinking this could be an old knife or something. Yeah, definitely. Look at that. It's all riveted together. That's what I was picking up on. Look at that. There's where the blade was. Ha ha! That's cool. Some old knife handle. Check it out. Woo! Makes me happy. That is a cool find. I don't care who you are. That is neat. Okay, look at this. I'm thinking this was probably this old depression in the ground here. I'm thinking this is probably where the outhouse used to sit. I think they just threw that concrete thing in there, you know, more recently. But I'm thinking this depression here was probably where the outhouse sat. The pathway between the outhouse and the regular house is a gold mine for coins. People are running to get to the crapper. They're pulling their pants down, losing stuff. Right through there, there's a little cement slab. I'm thinking that's where the house was. So I'm going to work the path between the two really good and hope to pluck some nectar from Mother Earth. Right in the middle of a cow pie, I dug down, had a big hit. I figured it was iron. Check this out. It's pretty cool. This looks like an old stove, like gas stove, you know, part. And some worm has made it his home. I dug it up, and he's not very happy, I don't think. But look at that. That's pretty cool. That truck is actually parked is the old original roadway that came in to this old homestead. All that's left is basically a depression in the ground, but you can see it plain as day. It heads down through here. The ruts are still in there. You know, back in the day, it was probably muddy and rocky, so they built up the ruts in here. But if you can find where they park their cars to get out to go in and out of the house, or even their horse and buggy, getting in and out of their horse and buggy, or off their horse to get into the house, you know, and then around the turn of the century, the cars came along. So never overlook an old roadway. They're kind of tough digging, but there's always good stuff there. Okay, here's a tip for everybody. I was here about 3 days ago, and I dug up 2 mason jar lids right in this area. Today I came back right to here, and I had what I thought was another mason jar lid. I heard it the other day, but I didn't dig it because I figured it was just another mason jar lid, right? Wrong. This is why you take your time, and any good hit you dig. But look at this. This, my friends, is not no mason jar lid. Look at that. I'm going to have to clean that up. But look, it's some kind of a pin or something. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I'll bet you there's probably some writing on this or something. I'll try to get this cleaned up, get some better pictures of it, and show it to you. Alright. Don't get lazy like I do. If you get a good hit, dig it. Another tip for you. Keep that coil low and flat. Lower and flatter, the better. You're going to cover more ground. Always try to overlap your swings about 1 inch or so. And then you will not miss the nectar that lies below the earth, waiting to be plucked. Had a decent hit here. It's kind of growly like iron though. Ha! Look at that! It's like a giant piece of horse tack or something. Look at that. Yeah, I'll bet you that's old horse tack. That is cool stuff there. I mean, this is Wild West nectar. Horse tack in the pock. Is it on? Is it on, KG? It's on. I see the red light. Alright. Okay, everybody. I've been about 2 days at this spot. You know, not full days, maybe 3 hours here, 4 hours there. But look at all this stuff. And this is all the, you know, the bigger stuff like horse tack, and, you know, we got old time hinges and everything else in this pile. Old wood thing where you'd like peel logs with. That's pretty cool. Gas lantern tops. Some old wheel. Sickles. I hate them things. But, I mean, this is just kind of the, you know, the stuff I dug up that's kind of cool. But my real cool stuff is in my pock. Alright, everybody. This is KG, and thanks for watching.